Okay, y'all. So in the last episode, I was talking about how I want us to start moving like we take ourselves a bit more seriously, right? So I really want you guys to, if you haven't, go back and listen to episode 6 because that really sets the tone for this episode. But welcome to episode 7 of the Fed Up Black Creator Podcast. So I really want to talk about us moving like we're brands, moving like, yeah, I'm gonna be asking for payment for deliverables because I don't care if I only have 300 subscribers. You're asking me to do work, so pay me. Thank you. Right. At the time of recording right now, I have 2,605 subscribers and it's March 4th. So do you guys have a brand or a series style guide? No? Okay. So I have a brand and series and channel style guide. I'm going to put an example up right now. So please look at the screen. I'm going to put an example up right now of a series style guide. So this series style guide is for the series that I'm doing right now, right? Which is the Fed Up Black Creator Podcast. And like I told you guys in the last episode, it's because I am pivoting my channel. I am really branding my channel because I want to show you guys in real time the work that I'm doing for other people. And I want to give you guys like a real time, real life example of why these techniques that I'm speaking about work. One thing that I found with a lot of these, like how to become better on YouTube or what to do when you're first starting out on YouTube channels is they're not showing you the evidence in the real time, right? So they're telling you how much success you'll get if you do these things, but then they're not actually showing you how to do those things in the real time, or they don't have any real time examples, or those examples are behind a paywall. So I said, you know what? I'm doing this work for brands and companies and other creators. Let me do it on my channel. Let me pivot my channel and let me do it on my channel and speak about it and show people in real time why these things will benefit you. So here is my series style guide. If you look at the bottom, it says series style guide because I wanted you guys to be aware that this is an example, but it is for the current series that I'm doing. So what you're going to do and why a series style guide is important is because it helps you get serious and take your brand and elevate it to another level. So the font that I use is Aileron. I'm not sure how to say it, but whatever. That's the font right at the top. It's bolded. That's the font. I also have it bolded because it shows me what that font looks like in bold. Under that font, basically will be my sub font. It's the same exact font, Aileron. It's just not bolded. So that's how I know what the font looks like when it's not bolded. It also reminds me, the font that I use is Aileron. Here it is bolded at the top. Here it is not bolded at the bottom. That means in all of my thumbnails now, moving forward for this series, the font will be in Aileron. Then I have 3 boxes that are shades of brown. Those shades are brown are the shades I use to create the border around my thumbnails. If you guys look at my thumbnail and if you go look at my channel, you'll start to see that my thumbnails now on my channel are actually creating a really nice channel feed. Basically, I always tell people, think about your channel feed from a viewer's perspective and curate it in the same way that you do for your Instagram or for any other, like photo sharing app. But use it like that, or like Pinterest, right? Like really curate your channel section. So I don't want my thumbnails to just look however anymore. And also it just works better for everyone if maybe your channel is a little more aesthetically pleasing to look at. So these 3 boxes of brown that you all see are the 3 shades of brown I'll be using throughout my channel. That's also because I'm Black, right? So I'm a brown skin gal. But no, that just helps people who maybe, trying to figure out what my channel is about. If I use these shades of brown or these neutral colors, it kind of gives my channel a feed and an energy. I want to create that energy of lightness, but of brown to remind you of Black folks. It's all messaging and programming, right? So right under each of these squares, I have the hex code. This is so no matter what platform I'm using to create my thumbnails on, I know exactly what shade of brown I'm using because I have the hex codes written down right there. Then under that, I have in the same font, it says thumbnail logo. So I don't have a icon or a logo per se that I use, but I do have the picture of myself that I use as the host image on my thumbnail. So no matter what my background is for my thumbnail, this picture of myself, right? One that has a transparent background and one that has not a transparent background. These images will always be on that thumbnail for this series, the Fed Up Black Creator Podcast, because that's pretty much operating as my logo, right? It's an easy identifier. If somebody is scrolling and maybe they subscribe to my channel and they might have not got their post notifications, but they see that image and these colors, will go, oh, wait, I think maybe Winter made a new video. Let me see. I don't know. Let me click, right? This is all branding. Now, Futura Medium is another font. We're getting into a new font here. I've named it Futura Medium. That's also how it looks in bold. Futura Medium. Right under that, I typed in video text. You don't have to do it this way, but that's how I like to do it. But the font is Futura Medium. Right under there, it says in video text. That's because this is the font that I'm going to use in my videos. So anytime I put text in my videos, that's the font that I'm using. Yes, branding gets all the way down to just the font that you're using. And then, of course, I wrap it all up with series style guide. I also have the hex code for the background color for my series style guide because I also just like that color in general. So that's a brand style guide, right? I just showed you a condensed version of one for a series. Now, the one I have for my brand, I actually have a couple of alternates, and I may show that to you all in another episode. I'm still deciding on some things, but the reason why I wanted to introduce this video and spend the first 7 to 8 minutes discussing a brand style guide, but in this circumstance, a series style guide, is because I want you guys to see how seriously I am taking my channel, right? And how seriously I want you to take your channel as well. We can elevate our channels and do the same things that brands do, that companies are doing, and that celebrities are doing on their own YouTube channels for success. Because the thing about YouTube is YouTube doesn't really care who you are when it comes to your success. Like, even celebrities got to do a little extra work to make sure they're charting, because it doesn't even matter if you're Will Smith. Babe, Will Smith is still making sure his SEO is up, his engagement is up. He's still making sure his thumbnails are optimized for the best click-through rate. Listen, YouTube is kind of like one of those kind of equalizing platforms where it's like the everyday person could have way more subscribers and be making more in AdSense than a celebrity, because it is about strategy, right? It's about strategy. It's not always about star power. And that's one of the cool things about YouTube. So you should ask yourself, why do I not have a brand style guide? Or why do I not have a series style guide? And how can I start implementing those kind of things into my channel? Really go and look at your channel dashboard, log out, go look at how your channel looks if you're just a viewer, and ask yourself, is this overwhelming? Are there too many colors? Are there too many different kind of text? Ask yourself this. If you are just searching something like whatever, here's a real life example I do with clients. Take the title of one of your videos, any of your videos, preferably your most popular video. Copy and paste the title. Search it. Look at the timeline of that video. Was that video posted a month ago? Okay. Search the title of that video. Click, your search results, narrow them down, and tell YouTube only show me videos uploaded in the past month. Right? Now see where your video is ranking. There's 1,000 things, watch hours and all sorts of things, but whatever. Just see where your video is ranking. And then look at the thumbnails of the videos above yours. And then go to that person's channel and see how consistent their thumbnail design or style, is on their channel. And what you'll notice is the people who are kind of ranking and charting above you will usually and typically have a very cohesive thumbnail style. And that's because they want anybody searching for videos in these topics or searching for them to be able to find them easily and identify them quickly, or just feel more inclined to watch their videos after another person's videos, even if they weren't, because they already kind of are conditioned to associate those colors, that font, these images with that creator. So no matter when they see it, they'll click on it. They'll click on it. Think about it. Just think about it. So I hope that was a helpful, I spent about 10, 11 minutes there talking about it, but that's such a little simple thing a person can do, but it really, 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 really will elevate your channel. Trust me, it'll really, 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 really elevate your channel. So start moving like you operate a business, because you do. If you desire to go full-time with YouTube or want to be able to use YouTube to be a major contributor to your income, you really got to start moving like it already is. How are you categorizing your channel, right? Or have you even begun to categorize your channel? Like I've mentioned, I am currently pivoting my channel, pivoting the kind of content I make, and curating my channel page using my thumbnails. I am now treating my channel page like it's an Instagram feed. I want it to be cohesive. I want the colors to be pleasing to me, pleasing to the eye for others. I want to keep people on my channel for longer. So if you click out of a video because you clicked on a card and you're watching a new video, now you've watched 2 videos of mine and they're done. I want to entice you to stay on my channel and just keep scrolling, because the feed itself is very pretty, or it's just cohesive. When people have something kind of solid to look at, they tend to look at it longer, all right? Which means you have more chances for them to click on and view and watch way more videos. So just think about that. Thumbnails are like Instagram posts for your YouTube channel. So just think about what you're doing with your thumbnails. Don't really treat your thumbnails as individual things. Treat your thumbnails as groups, especially if you're somebody who is planning out your content. If you know what the next 2 videos are, let's say, right, that you want to film and upload, you should be thinking about how those thumbnails interact with the thumbnails that came before them and the thumbnails that will come after them. Don't think of your thumbnails as these isolated things for that one video. No, your thumbnails are working in conjunction with each other. You want them to be enticing all the way through. You want them to flow and then be cohesive. You want to keep people on your channel page. So really, 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 really please consider creating series style guides, brand style guides, channel style guides, thumbnail style guides. However you need to break it down. But please find some cohesion. Start operating like a business, because you are one. So you need to act like you know. Act like you know. Really act like you really know. Act like you know. So I also hope that this was a really cool technique, tip or trick, for you all today. It's something I don't see a lot of people talk about. It's something I learned a year ago, and it's really working wonders. And I wanted to bring information to you that actually existed behind a paywall, because it's useful and it works. Okay, so please do try to implement this into your content creation and let me know how it goes. Also, I want to revisit something we talked about before. Have you guys tried to make a new playlist every day for a week? I want you guys to try that. If you guys haven't, I really want you guys to try making a playlist every day, a new playlist every day for a week, right? Adding different videos to it and see what that does for your analytics. See if that's driving up your watch hours, your watch time. See if that's driving up traffic to your channel, and see if it's bringing you more subscribers. I have a pretty good feeling that it will, but you have to try it. So really, I want to remind y'all of that, because it's been about a week. So I don't know if some of you have or haven't done it, but I just want to bring that up again, Really make sure, because remember, it seems like YouTube now is starting to read playlist creations as new content themselves. So really consider implementing that. It's a really good tip. I did it. I tried it. It worked. I have shown y'all on the screen before in past episodes. So please try it. that's all I have for today for y'all. I'm trying to keep this a tight 15. I want to keep these episodes mostly at a tight 15. You know, I'm just coming here to educate y'all and also let y'all know my gripes. Thank you for being here. It's episode 7. I will see y'all real soon for episode 8.